Hello everyone, Scooney007 here, bringing you another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. In today's game, we have the 4-3 Atlanta Braves taking on the 2-5 Colorado Rockies. This is game 2 of a 3-game series between the Braves and the Rockies. Colorado winning the first game. Braves looking to see if they can tie it up today, or will the Rockies take the lead? We'll find out, as here is the starting lineup for the Atlanta Braves. Leading off, the second baseman, Kelly Johnson. Batting second, the shortstop, Yonel Escobar. Batting third, the third baseman, Chipper Jones. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the first baseman, Mark Teixeira. Batting fifth, the catcher, Brian McCann. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Jeff Frankenor. Batting seventh, the center fielder, Mark Coste. Batting eighth, the left fielder, Greg Norton. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Jarens. On the mound for the Rockies, it is Umberto Jimenez. Comes into the game with an ERA of 4.03. 1 win, no loss, 4.03 ERA, 6 2/3 innings pitched. Allowed 5 hits, 6 strikeouts, and 4 walks. We're here at Coors Field, which gives a -1 to strikeouts, nothing to walks, and nothing to home runs. And with that, Kelly Johnson steps up into the batter's box, and we're ready to start. He's batting at .375. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be 2-6. That's going to be a possible error. And that's going to be 4-6. That's going to be a ground ball out there to Nix. Error rating is a 0. That's a 12. No error there. And that is out number 1. Next up, it's going to be Escobar. Escobar batting at .290. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-2. That's a strikeout. That's a 6. The 13 is too high. 4-5, and that's going to be a double star. Ground ball to Nix. And that's out number 2. It's going to bring up the third baseman, Chipper Jones. Jones batting at .300. Here's the pitch. 2-6, possible error. 1-1, fly ball out there to Hall Pie. Error rating is a 7. There's a 1-7, that's a 16. No error there. So no runs, no hits, no errors as the Rockies retire the Braves in order. It's a 3-up, 3-down inning. We go to the bottom half of the first. And here is the starting lineup for the Colorado Rockies. Leading off, the center fielder, Willie Travers. Batting second, the shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. Batting third, the first baseman, Todd Hilton. Batting fourth in the cleanup position, the left fielder, Matt Holliday. Batting fifth, the third baseman, Garrett Atkins. Batting sixth, the right fielder, Brad Hallpie. Batting seventh, the catcher, Jorvit Torreba. Batting eighth, the second baseman, Jason Nix. And batting ninth, the pitcher, Umberto Jimenez. On the mound for the Braves, it is Jorgens. 6.32 ERA. He has 1 win, no losses. Pitched 5 2/3 innings, allowed 9 hits, 3 strikeouts, and 1 walk. And he's ready as Willie steps into the batter's box, batting a .304 average so far for the season. Here's the pitch. 4-5, that's going to be a walk. That's a 10-6. And they walk him. And they lead the game off with a walk to Willie. Willie gets the steal sign. That's a 9. It's going to be an 18. It's going to be a 20. So it's going to be an automatic steal. If it was a 20, it would have been a thrown out, but Travers successfully steals second. Here's the pitch to Troy. Infield at normal depth. 4-1, that's going to be a wild pitch on an 11. Nothing happens on that. 6-3, and that's going to be a ground ball to Johnson. Travis will advance to third on the play, and the out is at first as Johnson throws it over to Teixeira for out number 1. Rockies with a runner in scoring position. That's going to bring up Todd Hilton. Hilton batting a .214. Strategy roll is a 6. Here's the pitch. 3-2, range play. 2-1, single out there to right field. Frankenor's range is on a 1-3. That is a 6. That's going to be a base hit, and that's going to bring Travers home. He can't get to it in time. Travers will score. Todd will take first, and the Rockies roll in with a base hit, with a score and a base hit. So a hit and run. Can't do a hit and run with an N. And Matt Holliday is up. Holliday is batting a .444, the cleanup pitcher in the cleanup spot today. 4-3, that's going to be a walk. 14-15 is too high. Infield at normal depth. 1-5, that is a double out there to Coast State to center field. It's a double. Hilton to third, gets the stop sign, holds at third. Runners with a -1. That is a 1. That is a 4. The 4 is higher than the 1, so that gets a hold. On that. And that's going to bring up Garrett Atkins. Atkins batting a .320. Strategy roll 5. Here's the pitch. 6-2, strike. That's a 7. The 8 is too high. So they don't strike him out. 1-1, that is a single to Jones. One run will score, and the Rockies now have runners on the corners. Holliday gets the hold sign. Infield at double play depth. Strategy rolls a 12, and here's Brad Hallpie. Hallpie is batting a .409. Here's the pitch. 1-3, range play at Coors Field. 2-3, double star 2. Ground ball to the shortstop to Escobar. Escobar's range is on a 1-2. That's a 4. That's going to be a base hit. That's going to bring in Holliday. Atkins will go to second. Brad Hallpie to first. And with that, the Rockies are on top 3-0 here in the bottom of the first. And that's going to bring up Yorvit Torbera, the catcher. Infield at normal depth. We have a sacrifice play going on here as dictated by the strategy die. Here's the pitch to Yorvit. Yorvit is batting a .222. 2-6 strike. And that is a successful sacrifice bunt. And he moves the runners over to second and third as Garrett Atkinson now in scoring position. Yorvit out on that sac bunt. Here's Jason Nix. Nix is batting an .056. 6-2 strike. That's a 15. That's a 4. Struck came out. 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 left on after 1. It's Colorado 3. Atlanta nothing. We go to the top of the second. It's going to be Mark Teixeira, Brian McCann, and Jeff Francoeur due up for Atlanta. Here's the pitch to Teixeira. Teixeira batting a 320. 3-4 range play at the ballpark. We're going to go to Coors Field for the play here. 3-5. Ground ball to Hilton. Hilton's range is on a 1-5. That's a 4. He makes the catch, tags the base, and Mark Teixeira is out at first. And that's going to bring up Brian McCann. McCann is batting a 435. Here's the pitch. 3-1 range play. 5-4 line drive back to the pitcher. And his range is on a 1-5. That's a 5. Gets it, throws it over to first. And that is out number 2. Jeff Frankenor up. Frankenor batting a 290. It's 2 up, 2 down. Here's the pitch to Jeff. That's going to be 5-6. That's going to be a question mark. Single to 1-8. That's a 4. And that's a base hit. So the Braves keep the inning alive. With a runner on first, and that's going to bring up Mark Coste. Coste batting a 192. Strategy rolls a 3. Here's the pitch. 6-2 strike. That's a 6. The 12 is too high. 3-6 double star 4. Ground ball to Nix. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on for Atlanta. We go to the bottom of the second. It's Umbardo, Willie Travers, and Troy Tulowitzki due up for Colorado. Here's the pitch to Umbardo. Umbardo batting a 1,000. Here's the pitch. 2-6. That's going to be a strike. That's a 22. That's an 8. Struck him out. So we flip up to the top of the order. Here's Willie Travers. Travers has walked and a run scored. Here's the pitch. 1-1 blank. 3-6. That's going to be a base hit out there to right field. Francoeur underneath that. Can't get to it in time, and Willie Travers gets on with a base hit. Here is Travers. He's got the steal attempt again. And that is a successful stolen base at second. That's the second time he stole, too, in this game so far. Here's the pitch to Troy. Troy is 0 for 1 on the day. And that's going to be 4-1. That's going to be a wild pitch. The 8. Too high. No wild pitch there outside of that range there. 2-2. Ground ball to the shortstop. The out is at first, and Travers will hold at second. So he does not move. Teixeira up as Todd. Well, not Teixeira. Teixeira gets the play. Todd Hilton up. Hilton 1 for 1 with a run and an RBI. Strategy rolls a 6. Here's the pitch. 1-2. That's going to be a hit by pitch. That's a 0. The 19 is too high. Jara is a -4 to hit by pitch rating. 6-4. That's going to be a ground ball to Escobar. And that retires the side. No runs. It's no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After 2, it's Colorado 3, Atlanta nothing. We go to the top of the third. It's going to be Greg Norton, Jaron, and Kelly Johnson due up for Atlanta. Here's the pitch to Greg. Greg batting a 333. That's going to be 6-4. That's going to be a strike. That's a 9. That's a 4. Struck him out. All right, and here's Jara. One five, that's going to be a walk. 10, 17, too high. 2-2, ground ball to Hilton. Out number 2, and that's going to bring up Kelly Johnson. Johnson bat is 0 for 1 as we go to the top of the order. Here's the pitch. 6-2, strike. That's an 11. The 20 is too high. 6-3, that's a double for Kelly. And it keeps the inning alive for the Braves once again as they get on with a base hit. All right, Escobar up now. He is 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 19. And that is going to be 5-5. That's going to be a strike. That's a 6. The 8 is too high. 5-2, fly ball out there to Travers. And that is out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. We go to, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 3rd. It's Matt Holliday, Garrett Atkins, and Brad Hallpie due up for Colorado. Here's the pitch to Matt Holliday. Holliday is 1 for 1. Double, runs scored so far in this game. 2-3, that's going to be a strike. That's an 8. That's a 1. Struck him out. All right, Garrett Atkins up. Atkins is 1 for 1 with an RBI. Here's the pitch. 4-1, wild pitch. No one on base. We're going to re-roll the bones. 4-1, wild pitch again. 4-5. That's going to be a walk. That's a 7. The 20 is too high. 6-5, and that's going to be a fly ball out there to Coste for out number 2. Brad Hallpie up. Hallpie is 1 for 1 with an RBI. Here's the pitch. 2-2, possible error on a ground ball. 4-3, fly ball to Coste. And that retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, as the Braves retire the Rockies in order. After 3, it's Colorado 3, Atlanta nothing. We go to the top of the 4th. It's Chipper Jones, Mark Teixeira, and Brian McCann up for the Braves. Here's the pitch to Chipper. Chipper is 0 for 1 on the day. 1-3, strike. 7, the 10 is too high. 4-1, that's going to be a double star 6. That is going to be a ground ball to the shortstop. To Tuloski, gets it, throws it over to Hilton. Out number 1. Mark Teixeira up. Teixeira is 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. 1-6. It's going to be a walk. That's a 12. That's an 8. And they walk Teixeira. So Teixeira's on with a walk. And that is going to bring the infield to double play depth as Brian McCann comes up. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is a 5. The pitch, 6-6, strike. That's a 6. The 16 is too high. By the way, strategy roll was a 5, so the Braves not doing anything with Strat. 6-6, that's going to be a single out there to right field to Hallpie. And that will move to Sheriff from 2nd to 3rd. He'll pick up the extra base. 5-2 is less than the 5. He is a +2 when he goes from 1st to 3rd. So with that, the Braves have runners on the corner. That's going to bring up Jeff. Jeff is 1 for 1 on the day. Frank Core. Strategy roll 12, infield at double play, depth 1-2. That's going to be a wild pitch on a 4. That is a wild pitch. It got past the catcher. And that will score a run as Jeff waves to Sherry to come home. Brian will move up to second on that. And everyone advances 90 feet on the wild pitch. Here's the play. 1-3, fly ball to Hall Pie. That's going to move Kane over to third. As the Braves cut the lead down to 2. Mark Coste up. Coste is 0 for 1. Strategy roll 12. Runner in scoring position. Here's the pitch. 2 outs, 2-2. Hit by pitch 3. 15 is too high. Umbaldo gives a +3 to that. 1-6. Line drive to Tuloski. And that's out number 3. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Yorvit Tobera, Jason Nix, and Umbaldo Jimenez due up for Jimenez. Due up for the Rockies. All right, here's the pitch to Yorvit. Yorvit is 0 for 1. Is 0 for 0 on the day. That is going to be 3-5. That's going to be a strike. 10 to 15 is too high. 6-2 line drive to Jones. Goes out to the Chipper Jones for out number 1. That's going to bring up Jason Nix. Nix 0 for 1 on the day with the strikeout. Here's the pitch. He struck out his last time up at bat. 5-5. That's a blank. 1-3 line drive to back to the pitcher. Gets it, throws it over to the Sheriff for out number 2, and that's going to bring up Umbaldo. Pitcher, he's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. Struck out his last time up at bat. 6-2 strike. That's a 12. That's a 22. Struck him out. So no runs, no hits, no errors. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Braves as they retire the Rockies in order. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to after 4. It's Colorado 3, Atlanta 1. We go to the top of the 5th. It's Greg Norton, Jared Jargans, and Kelly Johnson due up for Atlanta. Umbaldo can face 10 more batters before he's considered tired. Here's the pitch to Greg Norton. 3-5. That's going to be a strike. That's a 9. The 15 is too high. 4-4. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Umbaldo gets that. Takes a little bit of a quick look over at first. Throws it over to Hilton. Over in time as out number 1. That's going to bring up Jara. Jara's 0 for 1 on the day. Here's the pitch. And that is going to be 6-5. That's a strike. That's a 15. That's a 6. Struck him out. We go to the top of the order. 2 outs, and that's going to bring up Kelly Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 2 with a double. Here's the pitch. 6-3 strike. That's an 11. That's an 11. Struck him out. So no, it's a 1-2-3 inning as the Rockies retire the Braves in order. It's 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the 5th. It's Willie Travers, Troy Tuloski, and Todd Hilton due up for Colorado. Here's the pitch to Travers. Jara can face 8 more batters. We go to the top of the order. Travers is 1 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Here's the pitch. 3-5 strike. That's a 7. That's a 6. Struck him out. And that's the 5th strikeout of this game for Jara. Troy Tulowitzki up. He's over 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. 2-6. Strikeout 7 to 10. Too high. That's going to be 5-2. Double star 2. Ground ball to short. That's going to go out there to Escobar as he makes the play, and out number 2. Todd Hilton up. Hilton is 1 for 2 with a run and an RBI. Here's the pitch. And that is 4-4. That's going to be a range play. And that is 2-3. That's going to go over to Johnson. Johnson's range is on a 1-3. That's a 5. That's a base hit. And Todd Hilton is on with a base hit. Keeps the inning alive for the Rockies as Matt Holliday comes up. Holliday, 1 for 2. Strategy rolls a 1. Here's the pitch. He doubled and has a double, a strikeout, and a run scored. 4-2. That's a strike. 8-14. Too high. 5-5. Fly ball out to the Coste. And that retires the side. So, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on after 5. It's Colorado 3. Atlanta 1. We go to the top of the 6th. It's Escobar, Chipper Jones, and Mark Teixeira due up for the Braves. Bardo can face 7 more batters, so he's still good. He's not tired yet. But here comes Escobar. He's 0 for 2 on the day. The pitch. As we start the 6th inning, 5-6, question mark, single on a 1-8. That's a 4, and that's a base hit for Escobar. Escobar leads off with starts the inning off with a base hit, and that's going to bring up Chipper Jones. Chipper Jones 0 for 2 on the day. Strategy rolls a 12. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. 5-1 strike. That's a 7. That's a 7. And struck him out. So Chipper Jones strikes out. 1 away, 1 on. Infield still at double play depth as Mark Teixeira comes up. Teixeira's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is an 8. 3-3 walk plus. Now on a walk plus we add 10. That's a 22. That's a 6, and that's going to be a walk. So they walk him, and that's going to bring up Brian McCann. McCann is 1 for 2 on the day. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 5-6, question mark, double star on a 1-9. That's a 9. That's going to be a ground ball to Nix. And that's going to be on a fielder's choice. So that's going to be 2 outs as Escobar and Teixeira move up to 2nd and 3rd. 2 away with a runner in scoring position as Jeff Francoeur comes up. He's 1 for 2 on the day. Strategy rolls an 8. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 5-2, strikeout plus. We add 9. That's an 18. That's an 18. Struck him out. So the Rockies retire the side with 2 left on. It's no runs, 1 hit, and no errors as Umbardo gets out of that jam. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's Garrett Atkins, Brad Hallpie, and Yorvit Torleba due up for Colorado. Here's the pitch to Garrett Atkins. Atkins is 1 for 2. 4-6 blank. 4-1 ground ball to Escobar. Out number 1. Brian Hallpie up. Hallpie is 1 for 2. Here's the pitch. 2-2, possible error on a ground ball. 3-3, double star 5, fly ball out there to Coste. And that's out number 2. Next up, Yorvit Toreba. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. 4-1. That's going to be a wild pitch. We're going to re-roll the bones. 2-6 strikeout. That's a 10. The 11 is too high. 3-4, and that's going to be a double out there past Norton. And the Rockies keep the inning alive with a base hit. And that is going to bring up Jason Nix. Nix is 0 for 2 on the day. Pickoff attempt. Jara does not pick anyone off, but I'll still show that as a prove out. 3-6 strike. That is an 11. That's a 15. That's an 11. Struck him out. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. After 6, it's Colorado 3, Atlanta 1. We go to the top of the 7th. It's Mark Coste, Greg Norton, and Jara Jargans due up for Atlanta. They are going to leave Lombardo in. He's still good. He can face 2 more batters. Here's the pitch to Coste. Coste is 0 for 2. 3-2. Wild pitch. We're going to re-roll. Lombardo can face 2 more batters. 1-3. That's a strike. That's a 6. The 7 is too high. 1-1. Fly ball out there to Hallpie. And that's out number 1. Greg Norton. Norton is 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. 5-3. 5-3 is at the ballpark. We're going to go to Coors Field. 6-6. That's a double. And Norton is on with a double. They're going to let Jara take the hit. They're going to pitch to him. He's 0 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. 3-5. That's a strike. That's a 5. The 18 is too high. So he does get a crack at the ball. 5-4. Ground ball too short. And that's out number 1. Norton will hold at second. Sorry, that is out number 2. So we go to the top of the order. Here's Kelly Johnson. Johnson is 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. 2-5. That is going to be a single. Norton will score in a 1-6. That's a 3. And the call to the bullpen for the Rockies has been made. So with that, because we landed on a bracket there, the single 1, the S1, back to the pitcher. If the catcher is tired, we do count it as a play. And that is going to be it for Umbaldo. So let's take a look. We have a right switch coming up. So they're going to bring in Luis Vizcaino to come in. Show you his card. Got a couple singles in there. Couple strikeout pluses. So we'll see how he does. Lewis comes in the game with a 15.65 ERA. Has 2 1/3 innings pitched, allowed 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Umbardo. Umbardo went 6 2/3 innings, allowed 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, 1 wild pitch, an ERA of a 3.38. All right, he's going to have to face Escobar. They just need one more out. And that's going to be 5-6. That's a walk plus. That's a 24. That's a 17. They walk him. All right, pick-off attempt. He doesn't pick anyone off, but I still show that off. Chipper Jones up. Jones is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. 5-3, hit by pitch. That's a 0. So we don't have to worry about the hit by pitch. 5-5, double star 1, fly ball out to the Travers. So it's 1 run, 2 hits, no errors as we sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's going to be Luis Vizcaino, Willie Travers, and Troy Tulowitzki due up for Colorado. Let's take a look here at the box score as we have it brought up. After 6.5 innings of play, Colorado now within 1 run of tying the game up. They have 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Colorado has 3 runs on 7 hits, no errors. They scored all 3 runs in the first inning and almost batted around, too, in that inning. Atlanta came back in the 4th and in the top half of the 7th to score. So Jara is done. They are not going to let him pitch anymore. So we have a right coming up for Atlanta. And they're going to bring in Vladimir Nunez. He's pitched 1 inning. No hits, no strikeouts, no walks. No wins, no losses either. Lewis will take the hit. Here's the pitch. Oh, real quick, let's take a look at the stats here for Jogging. He went 6 innings, allowed 7 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned runs, 1 walk, and 6 strikeouts. ERA of a 5.38. 1-2, and that's going to be a walk. That's a 1. The 3 is too high. 4-4, fly ball out there to Norton. Out number 1. We go to the top of the order. Here's Willie Travers. Travers is 1 for 2 on the day. Here's the pitch. He has a walk, a strikeout, and a run scored. 1-6. Strikeout plus, that's a 17. That's an 8. Struck him out. There's Troy Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki is 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. 6-4. That's a hit by pitch. That's a 1. The 18 is too high. Vladimir's a -2 to hit by pitch. 4-6. Pump up to second. And that is out number 3. It's a 1-2-3 inning as the Braves retire the Rockies in order. 3 up, 3 down. No runs, no hits, no errors after 7. Colorado 3, Atlanta 2. We go to the top of the 8th. It's Mark Teixeira, Brian McCann, and Jeff Francoeur due up for Atlanta. They're going to let Lewis in. They're going to leave him in. No. They are pulling Lewis. And they're going to bring in They're going to bring in Manuel Carapas, Copas to pitch the top half of this inning. Here's the pitch to Manuel. Oh, yeah, we got to take a look at his stats here. Manuel has 1 save, pitched 2 innings, allowed 2 hits, 1 strikeout, 1 walk, actually. Take a look at the stat for Lewis. Lewis went 1/3 of an inning, allowed 1 walk, 13.33 ERA. All right, here's the pitch to Teixeira. He's going to face Teixeira, Bryan, and McCann. Here's the pitch. 2-5, blank. 3-5, that's a single to Nix. And that's a base hit for Teixeira. Bryan McCann out. McCann is 1 for 3. It's a hit and run. Here's the pitch to McCann. Hit and run, all ground double plays get a -2. Base runners get a +2. Home run and walks are cut in half. Lineouts count as double plays. And if the batter strikes out, we resolve it as a normal play. 6-3, that's a walk. That's a 5, that's a 1, and they walk them. All right, runners on first and second. Here's Jeff. The pitch. Jeff is 1 for 3 on the day. 3-4. Home run chance. On a 1-5, the 15 is too high. 5-5, ground ball to Nix. That's going to be on a fielder's choice. So Teixeira will go to third. McCann is forced out at second. And the out is at first. 1 away, runners on the corners, and that's going to bring up Mark Coste. All right, here's the pitch to Coste. Coste is 0 for 3. 6-4, strikeout, that's a 6. The 8 is too high. 1-4, ground ball to Nix. And is he going to try to score? No, he is not. So the out is at first. Francoeur will go to second. Out at second. 2 outs. Runners on second and third. And that's going to bring up Greg Norton. Norton is 1 for 3 with a double, a strikeout, and a run scored. Strategy roll 12. Infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch. 6-2. That's a blank. 1-3. Power hit to Holiday. On a 2, that's a single. That's going to score a run. Francoeur will get the hold sign. And the Braves have tied this game up at 3. Vladimir Nunez is not going to take the hit. They're going to bring in Brian Penna to pinch hit. Penna, I believe this is the first time we're seeing him. No, he's played in 4 games, has a run and an RBI. Has no at-bats yet. Here's the pitch. Manuel now tired. 5-6, that's a blank. 6-3, ground ball to short. And that retires the side. So tied here, and we have a left, right, right coming up for Atlanta to deal with. And they're going to bring in Buddy Carlisle to pitch. Carlisle's pitched 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, has 1 strikeout, no walks. Taking a look at the stats here for Vladimir Nunez. He has 1 strikeout, went 1 inning. It's 1 run, 2 hits, no errors. As we go to the bottom of the 8th, it's Todd Houghton, Matt Holliday, and Garrett Atkins due up for Colorado. Here's the pitch to Todd. Todd is 2 for 3 on the day. And that is going to be for 2. That's going to be a strike. That's a 7. The 16 is too high. 6-2, double star 5, fly ball out there to Norton. And that's out number 1. Matt Holliday up. Holliday is 1 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. He has a double for 4. That's going to be a wild pitch. We're going to re-roll the dice. 1-5, possible error on a throw. 1-4. That's going to be a double out there to right field. No error there. Jeff's error rating is on a 1-3. That's a 13. Holliday on with a base hit, and that's going to bring up Garrett Atkins. All right, Atkins is 1 for 3 with an RBI. Here's the pitch. Strategy ball's a 7, 1 out. 6-4 at the ballpark. 1-6, that's a single to Johnson. Holliday will come around to score. His base run's a 4. He'll go from second to home on a 2 through 6. Holliday scores. Rockies with a 1-run lead, and that's going to bring up Brad Hallpie. Hallpie, 1 for 3 on the day with an RBI. Here's the pitch. Strategy roll is an 11. And that is going to be 6-3. Home run chance on a 1-15. The 20 is too high. 4-6. That's a double past Jeff. And that bounces off the wall. And as he looks, Hallpie is safe at second with that. And Rockies once again have runners in scoring position. Infield going to come in as they do a squeeze play here. Here's the pitch. 5-1, blank. Successful squeeze attempt. Attempt is only at the batter at first. It is a good bunt. And with that, they get out Jorvit. Atkins will come home to score, and the Rockies will take a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Jason Nix up now. Nix is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. They'll leave anybody in, and that is going to be 1-5. That's going to be a possible error. 1-6. Power hit to Norton. That's a 15. That's going to be a fly ball. Norton sees it, and it goes plop. It's 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left on. After 8, it's Colorado 5, Atlanta 3. As we go to the top of the 9th, can the Rockies hang on to a 2-run lead, or will the Braves rally back and take the lead here in the 9th inning? So with that, Manuel Copas is done. He's not going to pitch here. We are into a save situation. and they're going to bring up Brian. Yep. So they're going to bring in Brian Fontanes. Yeah, let's take a look at the stats real quick for Manuel Copas. Copas went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, an ERA of a 3.0. And are they making any changes here? Hall Pie going to come out in right field. They are making some changes to that. They're going to bring in Seth Smith out there, as at third, Atkins will come out. And they're going to bring in Ian Stewart to take over at third. So that's the only changes to the lineup that the Rockies have made. And let's take a look here at the box score after 8 innings of play. Atlanta tied the game up in the 8th inning, but Colorado came back to score those 2 runs to take a 5-3 lead in the 8th. Atlanta scoring in the 4th, the 7th, and in the 8th inning. Colorado scored in the 3rd inning and in the 8th inning. Atlanta 3 runs on 8 hits. Colorado 5 runs on 10 hits. So here's the pitch from Brian. He's going to face the top of the order, Kelly Johnson, Escobar, and Chipper Jones. Here's the pitch to Kelly Johnson. 5-2, possible error. 1-1, double star 5. Fly ball out to Travers. Travers' error rating is at a 1-5. That's a 3. That's a base hit. As he drops the ball out of his glove, and it's a runner on. That's going to bring up, Escobar. Escobar 1 for 3 on the day. Infield at double play depth. Here's the pitch. That's going to be 5-3. That's a range play. 5-1, fly ball to Smith. Smith's range is on a 1-4. That's a 5. That's a base hit. That's going to move Johnson over to third, and that is going to hold Escobar. Escobar is a 3. The lead runner advances. If roll is high, that's a 3. That's a 5. And Escobar gets the hold sign. Chipper Jones up. Jones is 0 for 4. Here's the pitch. They are going to let Jones play. And that's going to be 6-5. Possible error on a throw. 5-5, double star 1, fly ball to Holiday. And that is out number 1. And that is a failed sacrifice roll. However, Johnson will score. And it's now a 1-run game with 1 out. Infield coming in, we have a hit and run attempt. Mark Teixeira up. Actually, no, infield staying at normal depth. Here's Teixeira. Teixeira's 1 for 2 on the day. The pitch. 3-3 strike. That's a 6. The 20 is too high. 2-2, ground ball to Hilton. And that is going to be Escobar will go to second. The out at first. 2 outs, runner on second. And here's Brian McCann as the Braves are down to the last out. Brian Fruitness is down to, is tired, but they are going to let him pitch. Here's the pitch. 5-5, possible error on a ground ball. 2-5, line drive to Stewart. And that's going to be a line drive to Stewart. on that 2-5. And that's the game. As the Colorado Rockies take another win over the Atlanta Braves. Final line score, though, for this game is Atlanta 4 runs on 9 hits, Colorado 5 runs on 10 hits with 1 error. Manuel Copas gets the win, Buddy Carlisle picks up the loss, and Brian Fuentes gets the save. Let's take a look at their stats here. So, Manuel Copas with the win. He went 1 inning, allowed 2 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 1 walk, and ERA of a 3.0. Buddy Carlisle picks up the loss. He went 1 inning, allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, ERA of a 6.0. Ryan Fuentes picks up the save, allowed 1 run, pitched 1 inning, allowed 1 hit, 1 run, no earned runs, no ERA. So with that, Colorado takes the lead in this series 2-0. And that moves Atlanta now at 4-4 at 500, and Colorado now goes to 3-5. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up on your way through the turnstile. And remember to click that bell notification to be notified of when I go live when I post up new videos and when I go live with all the Philadelphia Phillies games in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, I'm Scooney007. We'll see you next time for another exciting game in the 2008 replay with Inside Pitch. Until then, take care, everyone. Bye-bye.